So Nessa girl, I had to pour me an afternoon drink for this one. But we ain't gonna stir this one up. We gonna stir it up. Okay, we're gonna stir it up. This is just a little light. But y'all know fashion houses like Gucci, Fendi, and Tommy Hilfiger are using black people, right? In 2018 with what they got going on. Not only them, it seems like all big business uses black people to either build their brand, rebuild their brand, then abandon us. I want to give y'all a quick little history before I get into the meats and potatoes of this conversation. But one of the largest companies during my time that I recall that stands out to me, who completely used black people, then abandoned them once they got their weight up, was the Fox network. Not Fox News, but the Fox television network. I always scoff when people say there's such a lack of diversity and a lack of roles available for black people in television and film, because in the 90s, bitch, we was all over the TV, you know what I'm saying? And in particular on the Fox network. So for those who don't know this brief piece of television history, there were four networks, but there's four networks, but four big, there were, maybe I just need to stop stirring it up. There are now four big networks, but there were three: CBS, NBC, ABC. Fox was the newbie on the block. Fox had very little money, and because they had very little viewership, they were unable to go after the big marketing and advertising dollars the way the big three networks were doing, and in return able to produce these high budget films. So what did they do? They greenlit things like Martin, In Living Color, Living Single, New York Undercover, and a slew of all those other quality black shows that we liked back in the 90s. Once African American viewership got the Fox numbers up, they were able to now enter the marketplace and compete for those same marketing and advertising dollars as CBS, NBC, and ABC was. And the minute they were able to get access to those dollars, they completely abandoned their black audience, who was the backbone of their network. Story sound familiar? Black folks been the backbone of this country. Nonetheless, I see Gucci and Fendi and Tommy and a lot of these other fashion houses for what them hoes doing, and I hope y'all see it too. First and foremost, it only hit my radar. I just got fashion woke. About 2 or 3 months ago, I was on Instagram and I saw Keisha Kayor and Gucci Man walking, and they had all this Fendi stuff on. And I immediately thought to myself, when people started wearing Fendi again, you know, Fendi had done disappeared. And if you anything like me, that's more the reason why I probably would have worn it, because I like wearing stuff that other people aren't, and I like being classy based with it and not all gaudy and monogram all over the place. So then Keisha Kayor had Fendi on, and for a moment I was like, okay, that's cute, despite the fact that I hate the way Keisha Kayor dresses. I think she's tacky. I think she puts on way too much at a time. She'll have on the Fendi beret, the Fendi earring, the Fendi choker, the Fendi glass, the Fendi fur with the Fendi bra, with the Fendi lace shirt over that, under that, with the Fendi underwear, with the Fendi sock, with the Fendi shoe, with the Fendi bag, and the Fendi car, if they had one. Like, she put it all on at the same damn time. So I'm not a big fan of how she dresses, but I was like, okay, she definitely has her place in urban culture, and a lot of girls look up to her style, aspire her style. Gucci had it on. So I saw them 1 or 2 times doing it. Then Nicki Minaj came and hit the girls with it, I think with the Chun-Li cover or whatever. And then I started seeing so many people on Instagram with Fendi on, I had to ask myself a question. Is Fendi having a fucking sale? Like, what in the entire fuck going on that out of nowhere Fendi done just made this big resurgence? All right. Then I happened to be on Instagram on my girl Claire Summers' Instagram, and she was at the opening of the Gucci Dapper Dan shop in Brooklyn. So on one hand, you know, Dapper Dan got in trouble for mimicking all the high-end designers back in the day, and they're paying homage and a collaboration, and they did a Dapper Dan line. But now that I think about it, it ain't because they think so highly of Dapper Dan. It's because sales ain't what they used to be, and they realize when all else fails, let's run the black folks, because they will buy up anything in the midst of their conspicuous consumption. I happened to be in the mall a couple days ago going to buy a new phone. I walked past the Tommy store. First of all, I didn't even know Tommy Hilfiger in 2018 still had stores. I thought he just had sections in Macy's. Quiet as it's kept, I thought Macy's was the only place carrying that shit. Nevertheless, everything in the everything in the window on the mannequin was urban hip-hop gear. Giving you a real Aaliyah tease. And let's keep in mind, Tommy know the hustle, because that's how Tommy got his weight up back in the 90s. He flooded, the hip hop community flooded that shit out and made Tommy popular. So, on one token, I don't know how to feel. Like, on one hand, we can look at it as progress that these fashion houses are embracing urban culture and making high-end clothes geared towards an urban clientele. But the question that I have is this sudden interest in the urban market genuine because you just want to give us something to make us look good? Or is it because you need the money? And is it because you would not prefer to go this route, but bottom line is your bottom line needs some padding? And I want to tell y'all something. I'm not one of those that are big on conspiracy theories and this, that, and the third, but I'm not feeling this, because I feel like the moment they line their pockets with $1 billion from this little crave, they're going to write this shit off as being a trend. They're going to go back to super high-end shit that alienates the urban market. And we gonna be stuck in our music videos and stuff singing about wearing red bottoms and Gucci, but the fact of the matter is most of us can't even access that stuff. I don't know, y'all. I'm just telling you, I ain't telling you how to buy, what to buy. I ain't, trying to be all Sister Soldier woke. I ain't trying to be all financial June. Watch your coins and boycott this and that. That ain't what I'm on. I'm just simply saying pay attention. Pay attention. Like, I just find it odd when, it'd be different if it was one brand. Then I could be like, oh wow, Fendi got a new, executive director of fashion, and they're taking fashion risks, and they're doing something for the urban market. They're being trailblazing. They're a trendsetter. But when the whole market starts to do it, yeah, it feels like collusion on the highest of levels to take it. And I can't even say take advantage of black people, because they're not pulling the wool over our eyes. They're not stealing from us. We are willingly buying it and willingly participating in this. But what I am saying is, please do not get it twisted. These people are not gearing these fashions towards us because they love us, in my personal opinion. And they're doing it because they know our shopping habits. They know a lot of us are niggas with our money. And they know that we gonna buy this shit, and with the backing of the hip-hop community and everybody saying eat my pussy while I'm wearing Fendi boots, that they gonna sell 9 million pair of Fendi boots. All I'm saying is pay attention and make a conscious purchase. Now, knowing this information, if you still want to go out and buy it, by all means do so. Like, I'm not going to lie. Now that Fendi is back on my radar, like, I do want to go get me a piece. Or whatever. Quiet as it's kept, I'm kind of waiting for some more people to do it. I want to go in Tommy and get me a few pieces too, just to pay homage to my childhood. But at least I'm doing that willingly, knowing what the hell is going on, and I'm making a conscious decision. I just putting this out here because I don't want y'all to think that these people love us, and I just want you to have some information so you can make a conscious decision about your purchase. And if you choose to purchase, by all means do so. Nevertheless, that's what I got. Ain't got no more. I just want to hit, see, that's that whoop I do. Anyway, that's the girl. It's Wednesday, and you know we get down with the random topics. Be sure to like and subscribe. And y'all, honestly, tell me y'all thoughts about it. Oh, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. If they really gave a fuck about the black consumer, not only would they design that shit with an urban flair, but they would price it that way too. Catch them tees. Bah!